Hey, welcome back to Fireside. We are here with another episode of WandaVision. I am John.
And I'm Zach.
We are going to check out episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall, and already we can kind of glean what this episode's going to be
Yeah.
about.
I'm wondering myself if the title itself is breaking the fourth wall. Because I think the ultimate wall break is like in Deadpool when he mentions a fourth wall break.
It's like
So it's
16
like,
walls.
yeah, it's like 16 walls. But, so what do we remember from the previous episodes? Or from the previous one episode, I guess.
Previous one.
See, how did that one
episode.
leave? That one left off with Wanda
Doing
expanding the wall.
the taking over more control,
She built the wall.
uh, the director was calling in reinforcements,
Yeah.
and Monica got absorbed,
Yeah.
and her team got absorbed by the expansion.
Well, did Monica get absorbed? No,
I'm pretty sure she
Monica
did.
didn't get absorbed, or either did what's his name?
Lee?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did, because
No, the one scientist girl did because she was handcuffed
chained to the
thing.
right.
But I remember they drove off,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then a lot of the soldiers got trapped. The evil scientist dude didn't get trapped. There was a mention since through watching other reactions and editing, you catch a lot of things. But was it Monica? No, it was Darcy. She mentioned that she has to meet her guy over the hill. Because I don't know if you remember in previous episodes, she called what was it, like a astrobiologist or something? She called like someone to help.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we
she
never
got
know who
stuck.
it was. Yeah. And then
Right.
but then she confirmed. She said, I have to meet my guy over the hill. So we might meet him, assuming it is a guy. And people are wondering who it might be that could help. And so,
I am interested in seeing how the development with Quicksilver
yeah.
plays out, because I feel like he either
Yeah.
leaves soon or plays a monumental role at the end.
Yeah, so one thing that if you were to watch the episode again that you could notice is that he seems like he's infiltrating from the outside, and he's just like asking questions. He's trying to get answers from Wanda. So some people are thinking that maybe he's a antagonistic character that's kind of looking like him or something. But what I'm thinking is that he's actually Quicksilver from X-Men. Maybe somehow he got his memories mixed up with the other Quicksilver's memories.
What I think is happening is this Quicksilver is a subconscious manifestation of her brother that died, and he is confronting her about all these odd things because like you're trapping this town.
Yeah, the weird thing is that it seemed like he had some memories of Wanda's brother's past. But it also seemed like that it differed from her because she would mention that. It's like, I don't remember it that way. But also he mentioned things about like his husband dying, or her husband dying twice or something. Your dead husband can't die twice or something.
Right.
Like he mentioned a few things that since her brother died in Age of Ultron that he wouldn't have known. He doesn't know that Vision died because he didn't die until Infinity War. And so that's something that her brother wouldn't know.
And that's why I think this Quicksilver is
her
manifestation of her subconscious saying like, you got to stop this.
And so that's a big theory. The only reason I think that that's not the case, I should say, is that it's specifically that actor. Because they could have gone with an actor that maybe like that we're not familiar with or something.
Okay.
But since the X-Men deal went through, if you're breaking the fourth wall of the story, I guess. But since the X-Men thing went through, and they specifically used that actor as Quicksilver, like I don't know,
I can see that
too much of a
coincidence.
Unless they're just like, because people love that Quicksilver, they're not just gonna like, unless that Quicksilver does still exist, because in multiverses there's like multiple of the same people, but so that could just be like that character in a different dimension. So I could see that.
So what do you think is going to happen this episode?
Okay, so we might see what happens of the people that got trapped from the wall expanding.
The expansion. So, like, all the security forces and...
Well, yeah, the security guys, and especially Darcy. We're definitely going to see what she's up to. And then Vision, we are going to... I guess we'll see if she tried to erase his memory of that, or if she's gonna
see what happens be like, what there. The
fuck? But I do not think that, although Wanda definitely has control of this thing, I feel like there's other forces behind it.
I think this is extreme, mind you, but I think this episode will actually see that containment field break. This TV show shatter.
Yeah, I've seen some footage just from like the trailer of the show, when the show's coming out.
Okay.
And that shows that we haven't seen yet in these episodes, and one of them is a tank like trying to bust through a wall.
Okay.
So maybe that's this. So
see that's this episode.
So yeah, I guess we'll get into it. Unless you have any more predictions or anything.
I want to see what happens
All right,
next.
Yeah, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
It's
a lot of power.
Shit, the power just like changing reality, like
right.
It's like the power of the reality stone, but she got her powers from the Mind Stone,
And which one was the yellow stone?
The yellow stone's the mind one. That's the one that Vision had in his head.
And that's how she got her powers, yes?
Yeah, because the Mind Stone used to be in the staff from like the first Avengers. Remember that staff?
Right.
Yeah, that used to have the Mind Stone in it, and then basically Wanda and her brother got tortured with that and experimented on. That's how they got their powers.
Yikes.
Yeah, from Hydra.
Intentionally expanding the borders of the false world we created.
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall.
It's like really noisy. I don't like it.
Rest.
She's hearing people, or he's hearing people.
Yeah, this has got to be the start of the X-Men.
Yeah, I'm always looking for the smallest stuff. Oh, missing little boy. Oh, it's one of those boys. I'm guessing. I think it's one of those kids. That'd be fucked up. Oh, Office. Definitely Office vibes.
That's the series I actually have not seen.
Really? It's like really funny.
I believe it. I've seen episodes, and I've seen not very many.
It's one of those shows that you can just watch like whatever episode, whatever season, and
it's
there's
decent.
Not much context that you need.
We locked eyes. There was a unspoken understanding.
Okay.
It's gonna unlock her.
Hard pass. Because she was one split end away from cutting her own bangs.
Okay.
Give your mom some me time.
We have to, Mom.
Yes.
I'm here to take care of. Go with Agnes. I promise.
She always shows up when needed.
Nick of time. Right. Oh, that's gotta suck.
It's like, damn it.
Why is everything getting older? What on earth is the point of that?
She was talking earlier about getting a shit ton of like explosions that equal the radiation so that they can bust through. I don't know.
Okay. With the sound effects and everything. When was that ever the case, that you kept the keys of the car in the car?
Yeah. I've never seen that, but apparently it used to be a thing.
The world doesn't revolve.
This must be in America.
Is Nexus the program that destroyed, like, fucked with them, with the Mind Stone?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Might have been.
Mother is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
We're ever gonna see
with
Ralph.
The relevant reference.
How much faith do you have in this thing?
She's gonna sail right through, unharmed.
Okay. So is that like supposed to be like a mind control? Like is she protected from mind control?
I think it's like some
sort
of.
She's gonna go directly into the script as soon as she gets in there.
I think it's radio reflective. Well, if you can't go through, I guess you just go up and over.
I think she has some sort of Captain Marvel-like powers in the comics or something.
I think this is her getting her powers.
So maybe she can see all bands of light because she's seeing the radio waves or the whatever.
Oh, wow.
That was cool.
That would be noisy as hell.
That'd be. Because if you could see all bands of light, like space has color.
Yeah.
When you look up.
The day would be so saturated.
Oh, they're trying to stop them.
Yep, impediments.
So if I understand correctly, my original code dates back to an AI called Jarvis. My corporal form was born of Ultron's plan for global genocide.
It's a lot to take in.
Whoa. Yeah, something's up with her still.
What am I doing here? Sitting, talking to you. When
Fourth wall break.
This is absurd.
What's the cliffhanger? I feel it coming. We haven't seen Pedro at all.
You're probably just playing in the basement.
Huh.
Yeah, Agnes is totally up to something. I think she's seeing the actual house and not
Tommy?
her reality version of it.
That looks like a pretty
Yeah, it looks like
decrepit house.
I don't know. Has to be Agnes's like lair or some shit.
The name's Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, okay.
Lovely to finally meet you, dear.
Okay, woke him up. That makes sense.
And I killed Sparky, too.
The dog.
Yeah. I was holding it. Damn. I thought that was good. Okay, so people were right. She's get the heart.
You called it.
So she wasn't actually snapping out of like the thing or whatever when Vision did his thing. But at the end there, she said, "Nice to finally meet you." So I don't know if any deal was struck between them to start all this, you know, like because people were, I think, originally speculating that it's like, oh, maybe she made a deal with Agatha or whatever. She said that she could bring back Vision
and
if
do
she
all
did
this
and this or something, you know. But
well, it could be that Wanda just does not remember making the deal.
Yeah, that's also speculation. And also there's a character named Mephisto in the comics. He's basically like the devil of Marvel.
Yeah, was that what that plaque was?
Yeah, I don't know, because Agatha Harkness, I think, works with Mephisto, and he's a very like mischievous sort of dude that I'm not too familiar with, like if he's evil or if he's like kind of like Loki, where he's just kind of like, I don't know, but I'm not sure what his desires would be or whatever. But
what his objectives
Yeah.
are.
But we know that. So, to break the fourth wall, I guess we do know that this leads into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which will be a feature film, not like a television series.
When will
and then that will lead into Spider-Man 3, which is a film as well.
When does
Spider-Man 3 is in December of this year.
And when does Doctor Strange come out? Aren't those usually locked?
Yeah. That's it.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
Okay, so I wonder what her powers exactly are. So it seemed like she had some sort of kinetic energy absorption when because Wanda slammed her down on the ground, she just absorbed it.
Correct.
That's just kinetic energy, right? So she can see different color spectrums because she was saying the
radio waves.
Those aren't radio waves on the electrical wires.
They're
just all different
electricity
kinds of waves.
at some level, but yeah, they're electromagnetic. Anyways,
yeah.
What did you think of this episode?
I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it. I think that this style of reality show where it cuts to the actors is kind of
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, to say the least. It's fine.
I prefer it much over laughing track sitcoms.
That's fair.
Those ones, like, if I watch them enough, I just can't, like, not hear. Like, when the laughing track comes, all I can hear is that. And I pick out, like, specific people. Because usually they have an actual audience that they're doing in front of them and they're actually laughing. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes you can pick out specific, like, sounds of, like, someone laughing. And it's just like, I don't know. It gets to me.
Done. Yeah.
But...
So, besides not really liking the style, I thought the episode itself was really good. Was done really well.
They definitely use this style to showcase not only the fourth wall, but with Agatha, showing that she's, like, behind. Like, she's the one behind the camera and stuff. Mm-hmm. She's, like... Yeah. Let's see, she has purple power. The purple stone is the power stone. Is the power stone?
I think so.
I think so. So I don't know if that has anything.
So what do you think of next episode?
Let's see. We're gonna see. We
8.
have 2 episodes left.
Yep.
So we're gonna get a showdown. So we're gonna see Monica go down into that cellar. Mm-hmm. Face off with whatever. Mm-hmm.
This is I predict one of 2 things for the way this next episode will develop. Vision will interrupt Agatha and Wanda, or Monica will interrupt Agatha and Wanda, and it will depend on the other character to resolve the situation.
Yeah. And
I am putting my money on Vision having to resolve the situation.
Yeah, Vision's gonna play a big part, and I think ultimately Wanda's a big part. So
yeah, it's her show.
But Vision, so I wonder what powers Vision. We've seen him fly still, but we haven't seen him phase. I don't think. Have we seen him phase at all? No, we've seen him phase in the first episode. We saw him phase.
Changing his looks and whatnot.
And he's changed his looks, so he's done that. We haven't seen him do his laser beam out of his Mind Stone.
Haven't seen it. I don't think we've seen a lot of his powers, to be honest.
We've seen a little bit of super speed in one episode, but it was more like a comedic thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so far it looks like he has all his powers, so maybe he still has his Mind Stone beam power, but who knows?
We'll see.
But because the Mind Stone doesn't exist, so he doesn't actually have the Mind Stone. But yeah, who knows? I don't know. It's crazy though, because I think it's interesting that I wish we got more footage of Vision and Darcy's back and forth of her, like, letting him know what's up, and, like,
that is definitely something
I like seeing, because there's, like, a lot of things that it's like that happened. It's like shit,
right?
And they just briefly touched on it. It's like, oh yeah, you died
did all this stuff. It's like
yeah,
oh,
and he mentioned it's like, so my data cortex or whatever comes from Jarvis,
my
structural form or whatever comes from Ultron.
Plan for genocide.
Yep. Ultron I thought that Avengers Ultron was pretty good.
It's probably worth a rewatch.
It always comes up after WandaVision.
Right, so it's
as recommended.
Probably want to watch
it's
this.
It's definitely linked a bit, because obviously Ultron with Vision, and that's where Scarlet Witch is introduced.
Correct. That's where Pedro dies.
Yeah, so it's all. And they're making, and it was probably their least popular Avengers film, so they're giving it a lot of relevance, And I don't think Quicksilver is much of a popular character, so they're giving him lots of relevance and stuff.
Maybe not limelight, but tertiary.
What I think is, Pietro is Quicksilver from another universe. I think somehow because 4 snaps happened within the span of 5 years with the stones,
Okay.
In the universe, that's a lot of snaps, That's a lot of fucking
back and
ripples
forth
of energy throughout space. So people were thinking maybe that's kind of what kind of like fused some of the multiverses together or something, and because I think that he is Quicksilver from the X-Men universe, but controlled by Agatha to, do her bidding.
Play her part.
And so, that's what I think. So, because he had super speed.
Mm-hmm.
So
he did.
Unless that was like an illusion, but But his super speed did look like Wanda's brother Pietro. But with her saying to her kids like, "Oh, don't," it's like Uncle P is like he's not your uncle, and then with Vision mentioning fake Pietro, I think they've
identified him
as not actually her brother. So
correct.
It's not her brother. So I think it is the X-Men Quicksilver.
I think.
Which I don't think in X-Men they ever called him Quicksilver. I don't remember.
What do they call him?
Maybe Pedro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
call
know.
Him his
I don't
name.
know which. I don't know who had
For
the
some
right
reason
to
that
the
makes
Quicksilver
sense.
name. Because Avengers didn't call him Quicksilver. So yeah, maybe they did in X-Men. But I don't remember.
We'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah, seems interesting. 2 more episodes. So.
Hey, thanks for catching us with Pyre Side.
Yeah, and we'll get 2 more, and we'll probably try and get other stuff out. But yeah, we'll see ya.
Bye.